this video, I'm going to show you one of the labs from my network routing classes, and this lab I will be showing you how I configure a DHCP server using a Cisco router. So what we're supposed to do for this lab is on the left you can see it's very complicated, so basically I'll just break it down for you. Let me scroll down here. What we're supposed to do is configure router B, which is this one here, as a DHCP server that will respond to the client's DHCP discover packets. So we're supposed to force the DHCP server process on router B not to log the IP conflicts, or I'm also have to exclude certain IP addresses from being assigned a host, and then create a DHCP address pool. So I'm going to show you how I completed this lab here and how I would do this in real life. So I click the router B, up comes the Cisco terminal. So let's get started. Click return. Click enter to get started, which I already did. Type in enable. That brings me, gives me access to router B, so I'm going to go ahead and configure. I can't spell. Terminal. So I'm in the router B configuration screen. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and on the last quarter of the directions here, or the instructions, this is what I'll do to make sure I give you all the changes that I just spoke about earlier. So let's get started. So once I'm going to start with the DHCP conflict logging. So let's get that. And I am typing that into the Cisco here. And so the conflict logging has been logged in and it's aware. So now I am going to go ahead and exclude the addresses that are given to me on the left. So I'm going to type in IP, DHCP excluded, so you can spell, address, and this one is 192.168.1.1, and that address is excluded. And I'm going to type the second one, IP DHCP excluded, and that one is 192.168.1.254. Now for the last one, I could have just hit, I could have just pressed the up arrow and just repeated that, but I just chose to type it out because I can. This just is me. It's a personal preference. Whatever you want, you can do. So okay, we have excluded the IP addresses. Now we have to create the DHCP pool, as followed by the instructions on the left side of the screen. So the first one up is we're going to do the pool. So we're going to go to IP DHCP pool, and then that name is LAN 10. And so now we're in the DHCP configuration screen. As you can, unfortunately I can't blow this screen up, so it'll make it bigger. So just trust me on this one. So our next step is to create the network and the mask. But so I'm going to type in network. I'm going to do 192.168.1.0. I'm going to leave a space. I'm not going to put and or anything, just leave a space. I'm going to do 255.255.255.0. Hit enter. The network is set. So now we're going to do the domain name. Type in domain dash name, and the domain name is eastsim.com, and press enter. The domain name is set. Now we're going to set up the DNS server. So we're going to go DNS server, and that server is 192.168.5.2. And then we're not on the left. It says and, but if you're putting more than one in, putting in more than one IP address or subnet, you don't put and. You just hit a space. And then the second DNS server would be 192.168.5.3. Hit enter. And I did something. Oops, I did. Okay, I see. So see, I just pressed the up arrow instead of retyping. I just backspace. I see what I did. 192.168.5.3. Okay, there we go. All right, and then we're going to set up the default router by typing default router. Set that as 192.168.1.1. That is set. And then we're going to set the lease at 13 days. So we're going to just type in lease and the number 13. That is set. So we're going to back out, and I'm going to you can do it two ways. You can type in exit, or you can press Control Z, and it does the same thing. Either way backs you out. It's your preference. So I'm going to go ahead and save my configuration by typing copy, run. There we go. And destination file name, startup configuration, yes, and we're done. And that is how I use or set up DHCP, or I should say I configured a DHCP server. So for this lab. So thank you for watching.